And our art place, John Mellencamp, paints a new career path when Good Morning America continues.
The richest coffee in the world.
John Mellencamp, the quintessential purveyor of heartland rock, is riding high on the charts again with that song called Get a Leg Up. It's a title that aptly describes what this talented man has been doing with his career of late. The paintings in the video that you just saw and on his new hit album, Whenever We Wanted, are actually his works as well. And that's kind of just for starters, and it's a pleasure to have him back with us. Nice to see you. Paintings, and he just happened to bring one under his arm along this morning. Here, look at this. I didn't realize that you were into this. What are you saying here?
Well, I did this painting for a friend of mine who's an attorney here in New York for his office building, and it's called The Deal Makers, Temptation, Persuasion, and Cash. So it was kind of a joke with this guy, because he's like, that's what he does. He makes record deals for people, and this hangs in his conference room. You say it's kind of a joke, but I mean, you've said before that you were afraid of making too much cash, and I mean, just, you know, you have to kind of balance that, right, between trying to keep yourself normal and... Yeah, I didn't want to ever become, you know, like a rock cliche, but that kind of happens sometimes. There were reports, before we go any further, I should just ask you how you are, because there were reports you became ill, I think, right before a radio show, right? Yeah, I just really, I did 47 interviews in a matter of 3 weeks, and that's more than I probably had done in my entire career. You know, I had... You just burned yourself out, or...? Yeah, I was trying to do, like, radio the way Woody Guthrie used to do it, you know. Go play and be live on the radio because of, you know, take it back 30 years. And it was fun, but it was just too much. And really all that happened, I just had an anxiety attack on the radio. Live on the radio? So what? So how are you doing now? I'm squeaking by. Yeah? Yeah. Did you have to change your life at all to kind of... Well, yeah, because what happened is I went in the hospital, and I've gone to the hospital before in emergency rooms, and I joke around with the nurses and leave. But this time they said, we're going to have to keep you for a while. Well, I don't want to stay here. Get me out of here. Because I've never been in the hospital in my life. But they were nice people up there, and I had a bunch of tests done, and they said, get the hell out of here, and I left. That was it. You're okay. You took some time off, though, and from what I read, you kind of took time off to get to know your kids and kind of live a family life again and just kind of take a little bit of time out. What came out of that time out? Well, I've been making records since I was 20, since I've been 23. I'm 40 now, right? It was record tour, record tour, record tour, record tour for like a long, 12, 15 years. And it just dawned on me that I had a daughter who was 20 years old, and I didn't hardly know this girl, you know. I couldn't believe that she was 20 years old, and I had another daughter that was, I have 2 more daughters who are 6 and 10, and it's like I kind of wanted to get to know these gals a little bit more than I did my other ones. So I stayed home, I learned to paint, and last summer I had the best summer of my life. I was on a beach in South Carolina with the kids all summer. Oh, isn't that great? Well, we got a little taste last week of what it's like to be out on the road. I don't know how you all do it. But I know that you do take enough time out to work with autistic children. It's a music therapy. I think we have some video of it. You got an award last week for this. Let's take a look first at a session, a therapy session.
I'll take you for a ride, and I'll take you for a ride, and I'll take you for a ride in the car. Now that's the best part right there.
What's the best part for you? Tell us about these kids.
The best part was that little redheaded girl. When I got there that day, they said that she probably won't participate at all. See, people think that what's going on here is that these kids, sing along. That's what we're trying to get them to do. But that's not it at all. A lot of these kids, they can't move their hands. Their heads they sit like this. And by beating on a drum, they learn to use this. But they also learn how to lean. They've never learned how to lean before. So through music, they learn how to do functions that most of us know how to do. That we learned how to do. Probably makes them feel like they kind of come alive, too, don't you think? Well, no, they do really come alive. They smile, which they never smile. You can tell that they're feeling. And, my input to that is nothing. The people that work there are they're wonderful. Absolutely amazing people. Well, I want to talk to you about the movie that you just did that's coming out in February. We're going to have you come back. What's it called, though? Falling from Grace. Falling from Grace. Right. Not only did he act in it, which I think you've only acted in music videos before, but you also directed. Right. First time directing. Yeah. A little scary? Well, you got to do something, small town. Hey, got to do something. John, good to see you. Great paintings. Thank you. Thank you.
The Way We Were, reflections on our Great American Southland bus tour out on the road like John when Good Morning America continues.
If